Have you ever wondered which countries have more women than men? Around the world, there are some places where there are more women living than men. This can happen for many reasons, like women living longer, men moving to other countries for jobs, and sometimes because of wars that happened a long time ago. Today we're going to look at the 10 countries with highest female population. Number 10. Armenia. In Armenia, there are slightly more women than men. Specifically, about 52.2% of the people in Armenia are women. This means that for every 100 people in Armenia, about 52 are women and 48 are men. There are a few reasons why this might be the case. Firstly, women generally live longer than men. This is true in many countries, including Armenia. So there are more older women than older men. Secondly, many Armenian men move to other countries to find jobs. This is because Armenia is a small country, and sometimes jobs are hard to find. When these men leave to work abroad, there are more women left back home. Lastly, conflicts in the past, like wars, have also affected the number of men in Armenia. Wars can lead to more men being lost, which increases the percentage of women in the population. All these reasons contribute to why there are more women than men in Armenia. Number 9. Moldova. In Moldova, about 52.3% of the people are women. This means for every 100 people in Moldova, approximately 52 are women and 48 are men. There are several reasons why there are more women than men in Moldova. First, similar to many other countries, women in Moldova tend to live longer than men. This is because, generally, women might take better care of their health and might not do as many dangerous jobs as men, which can lead to a longer life. Secondly, a lot of men from Moldova go to other countries to work. Moldova doesn't have a lot of job opportunities, especially for high-paying jobs. So, many men move to other places to earn money. This leaves more women than men back in Moldova. These factors together mean that there are more women than men living in Moldova. Number 8. Hungary. In Hungary, about 52.5% of the population is female. This means that for every 100 people in Hungary, approximately 52 are women and 48 are men. There are a couple of reasons why there are more women than men in Hungary. Firstly, just like in many other places, women in Hungary generally live longer than men. This often happens because women might take better care of their health and might not participate in as many risky behaviors or dangerous jobs as men. Secondly, Hungary has experienced significant migration patterns, where younger people, often men, move to other countries in search of better job opportunities. This migration tends to leave a higher proportion of women in the population. Additionally, the aftermath of historical events, like wars and the economic transitions after the fall of communism, have also influenced the demographic patterns in Hungary, contributing to a higher percentage of women compared to men. Number 7. Portugal. In Portugal, about 52.7% of the population is women. This means for every 100 people in Portugal, approximately 53 are women and 47 are men. There are a few reasons why there are more women than men in Portugal. Firstly, women in Portugal, like in many other countries, usually live longer than men. This is often because women may take better care of their health and avoid some of the riskier behaviors that men might engage in. Secondly, a lot of men from Portugal travel to other countries to find work. Portugal has had economic challenges, and jobs that pay well can be hard to find. Many men go abroad to places like other European countries, or even further away to improve their work opportunities and send money back home. Lastly, these demographic patterns have been influenced by historical factors, including Portugal's past economic difficulties, which led many to migrate, and by health factors that generally give women a longer lifespan. These contribute to why there are more women than men in Portugal. Number 6. Belarus. In Belarus, about 53.5% of the population is women. This means for every 100 people in Belarus, approximately 54 are women and 46 are men. There are several reasons why there are more women than men in Belarus. Firstly, women in Belarus tend to live longer than men, a common trend seen in many countries. This could be because women often take better care of their health and may not engage in as many risky behaviors or dangerous occupations as men. Secondly, economic factors play a role. Belarus has faced economic challenges, and like in many neighboring countries, many men migrate to other countries to find better job opportunities. This migration often involves men leaving the country to work abroad, resulting in a higher percentage of women remaining in Belarus. Lastly, historical conflicts, including past wars, have also impacted the demographic structure, often resulting in higher casualties among men, which further increases the proportion of women in the population. These factors all contribute to why there are more women than men in Belarus. Number 5. Russia. In Russia, about 53.7% of the population is women. This means for every 100 people in Russia, approximately 54 are women and 46 are men. There are several reasons why there are more women than men in Russia. First, women generally live longer than men in Russia, a trend seen globally. This higher life expectancy for women can be attributed to various factors, including better health practices among women and fewer risky behaviors compared to men. Secondly, significant historical events have influenced this demographic pattern. For example, wars in the 20th century, particularly World War II, caused a high number of male casualties, which left a lasting imbalance in the gender ratio. Additionally, Russia has faced economic fluctuations and hardships, especially after the fall of the Soviet Union, which led many men to seek work in more prosperous regions or countries. This migration tends to be more common among men, which can skew the gender balance further. These factors together explain why there are more women than men in the Russian population. Number 4. Ukraine. In Ukraine, about 54.1% of the population is women. This means for every 100 people in Ukraine, approximately 54 are women and 46 are men. Several factors contribute to this higher percentage of women in Ukraine. Firstly, like in many other countries, women in Ukraine typically live longer than men. This can be due to various reasons, including better health habits among women and less involvement in risky behaviors or dangerous occupations that are more common among men. Secondly, economic conditions in Ukraine have prompted a significant number of men to seek employment abroad. With limited job opportunities at home, many men migrate to other countries to find better paying jobs, leaving a disproportionate number of women in Ukraine. Furthermore, historical events such as the Second World War and other conflicts have also affected the male population more significantly, leading to a gender imbalance. Lastly, the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine since 2014 has also disproportionately impacted the male population, contributing to the higher percentage of women in the country. These factors together explain why there are more women than men in Ukraine. Number 3. Lithuania. In Lithuania, about 54.2% of the population is women. This means for every 100 people in Lithuania, approximately 54 are women and 46 are men. There are several reasons for this demographic pattern. Firstly, women in Lithuania, like in many other places, typically live longer than men. This longevity can be attributed to several factors, including generally healthier lifestyles among women and less involvement in hazardous activities or professions that are more common among men. Secondly, economic opportunities in Lithuania have often been limited, prompting many men to seek employment in other countries. This migration for better job prospects is more prevalent among men, which results in a higher percentage of women remaining in Lithuania. Additionally, historical events such as wars and political changes have also influenced the gender ratio. Wars, in particular, have historically led to higher casualties among men, which affects the balance of the population. These factors combine to explain why there are more women than men in Lithuania, reflecting a trend seen in several countries in the region. Number 2. Latvia. In Latvia, about 54.6% of the population is women. This means that for every 100 people in Latvia, approximately 55 are women and 45 are men. Several factors contribute to this higher percentage of women in Latvia. Firstly, as observed in many countries, women in Latvia generally live longer than men. This longer life expectancy can be linked to healthier lifestyles, better healthcare practices among women, and fewer risky behaviors, which are more prevalent among men. Secondly, economic migration plays a significant role. Latvia has experienced considerable economic challenges, leading many men to migrate to other countries in search of better job opportunities. This leaves a higher proportion of women in the national population. Additionally, historical impacts, particularly from the 20th century, have skewed the gender balance. Wars, especially World War II, resulted in significant male casualties, deeply affecting the demographic structure. These combined factors, longevity, migration for economic reasons, and historical events, account for why there are more women than men in Latvia. Number 1. Estonia. In Estonia, which tops our list, about 54.7% of the population is women. This means for every 100 people in Estonia, approximately 55 are women and 45 are men. There are a few key reasons why Estonia has such a high percentage of women. Firstly, women in Estonia, as in many other places, typically live longer than men. This difference in life expectancy can be attributed to factors like healthier lifestyle choices among women, less involvement in dangerous behaviors or occupations, and generally better health management. Secondly, similar to its neighboring countries, Estonia has seen a significant number of men migrate to other countries in search of better job opportunities. This economic migration is more common among men and has contributed to a higher proportion of women remaining in Estonia. Additionally, historical events such as wars have disproportionately affected the male population. The impact of World War II, for instance, left a significant gap in the male demographic, which has long-term effects on the population structure. These reasons collectively explain why Estonia has the highest percentage of women compared to men among the countries listed. So this was all about today's video. Do let us know in the comments about your thoughts. Please subscribe to Travel the World. Thank you for watching.